In our last video, we gave you all a peek at some adjustable jumps that my dad designed for our kids as a Christmas gift. And since that video launched, we've had a ton of comments and messages from viewers asking for a build video so that they could create their own, which I completely understand. These jumps are perfect to lay out on the sidewalk, to use as dummy jumps or pumps when you're trail building so you know what works or what doesn't work before you actually build the jump out of dirt. The list goes on. These things are really, really cool. But having said that, this original design is a bit complicated. With lots of parts to it and shapes cut using tools most people don't own, we set out to build a version 2 of this jump that would be easy to build with common tools and to make sure that it was strong and even dang good looking. So 95% of this design comes from the twisted mind of my father, Larry, who usually uses his skills for designing all sorts of contraptions for the film industry. So in honor of him, let's call this jump the L-ramp. We've included the plans and a full parts list for this jump for free in the video description below. So I won't be covering the entire build process in this video, but I can tell you that if it's easy enough for me to do it, it's easy enough for you to do it. So another one of the really cool things that I really love about this brand new design is that in the building process, there's almost zero waste from the wood that you buy. So we just cut this chunk off of that 2x6, and we're using this same piece to cut other pieces that we need out of that. So by the time we're all done with this, you're gonna have like a little pile of unused wood, almost nothing, which is pretty cool. I decided to spray the two main supports and cross members with rubberized undercoat to keep the wood from swelling in wet conditions. It also adds grip and it makes it look great. Another decision I made was to spring for rough cut cedar fence boards for the planks. They're cut to full dimension, they have great grip, and they even smell amazing. With a few simple measured cuts, I was able to piece together the jump and have the angle holes drilled in no time. After a couple hours worth of work and about $30 worth of materials, we have ourselves one incredible homemade jump. Not bad. Not bad at all. With multiple levels of separate adjustments for each of the last two boards, you can set up this jump for any situation or any skill level. So now I think it's about time we test this out. And today we're trying out a bunch of new things actually. I'll be using my Ibis HD5 with the new Michelin DH tires that just came out, which I'm really stoked to use. I mean, look at all the black and yellow on that bike. Dang. Plus, it's the first time I'll be using the Velocirax bike rack, which you probably saw us building in our last live stream. Okay, so I thought we would come to this spot here because this is the ending of one of our favorite local trails. It's just down the road from our house. And what I always wanted from this trail was, like, as you can see, it's kind of like this steep, rocky run out of the trail. Oh, there goes Casey on the beeline. And look, it goes up here, but then it's just kind of like a rounded hill. It's just grass. So I thought, well, why don't we just use the jump, throw it down there, and then we have that jump at the end of the trail I always wanted, and we don't have to violate bylaws. Maybe we are actually, I don't even know. So once the kids saw the treacherous line into the jump, they asked if I could start with a bit of an easier run up at first. I guess that's fine. Whoa, sweet. Seemed like it worked okay. The jump worked even better than I expected, and we were all taking turns getting air and warming up. Now it was time to give the steep run up a go. Yeah. And apparently the kids still didn't think it was the best idea. It's actually kind of a pretty loose, sketchy run in here. That was fun. Okay, little camera. I'm gonna put you under the jump now. Don't go dying. Best of luck. Yeah, nice. No worries. I found it really awesome to be able to just pick up the jump, throw it onto a different trail, and see how that angle and speed worked. Casey especially got really comfortable with this jump really quickly. He was sending it. So there you have it, the L ramp done and dusted. I think it worked out really well. What do you think? And if you decide to build this jump, make sure you tag us when you post a photo on Instagram or Facebook. I'd love to see it. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.